I offer my humble and loving pranams at the lotus feet of Divine Mother Sai. Loving Sairam to all of you. Yesterday, the May 6th, was the Easwaramma Day, and this is the day we honor Mother Easwaramma, the chosen mother of the avatar of the Kali age, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, and the greatest gift to the humanity. So on this special day, the May 6th, all the Sai devotees honor Mother Easwaramma and also pay tribute to her and also remember Mother Easwaramma and her ideals she exemplified. And, Swami has given so many discourses because every Easwaramma Day, that's May 6th, he talks about how she led a simple life and also an exemplary life filled with virtues. And also she was always caring for others and her heart was filled with love and compassion. So today we are just going to talk about some incidents from her life. And, Mother Easwaramma's her name before her, when she was born, I mean, not before, when she was born, her name was Namagiri Amma. And then after marriage, her father-in-law, Kondamaraju, and he requested his son, Pedavenkamaraju, that is the father of Swami. And so he requested to change her name to the Easwaramma, so which is appropriate because she is the chosen mother of the Sai Ishwara. So that's how her name was given, Easwaramma, even before Swami was born. And then, as you know how it happened, one day she was going to the well to collect some water. And then while she was doing that, suddenly she saw this big ball of blue light coming from the sky close to her. And then when she saw that, she panicked and then she fainted. So then, of course, when she got up, then she realized something special is going to happen. And then that's how then later on Swami was born on the November 23rd, 1926. And we have read so many things, what happened, all the miracles at the time of birth, the musical instruments playing. And also there was a snake with a hood staying next to the baby Satya. So all these things, even though they are miracles, but for Easwaramma, when she saw this, and she was frightened. And then, of course, by the time she recovered, then the snake left. So like that, so many miracles happened at the time of birth. And later on, as she was growing up, she even realized more fascinating things happening because, like she had 3 children before, but this Swami, when he's different because even as a baby, he never used to cry, it seems. He never cried. And also he never asked for food. And also he was always, very quiet, like we were talking, few words, he would never talk too much. And then during festivals, they bring clothes because those days they didn't have any shops in Puttaparthi. So somebody has to bring clothes and all the children will rush to choose the colors and what they like. But Swami will be staying alone. And then Mother Easwaramma used to go select some. She said, no, let them do whatever is left over is good for me. So she knew something is different, but at the same time, she was not ready. So this is the time her neighbor, Karanam Subbamma. So she is a very pious lady, and then she didn't have any children. And also she is one of the rich ladies in the town, in that village. So she fell in love with Swami, and also because she realized there is something special in this child, and she knew there is a divinity. So that's how she was attracted to Swami. And then Easwaramma led Swami to go and stay in her house sometimes. So like that, they built a relationship. And then as Swami became well known, as a divine being, and then more people started coming, then she is the one who gave the shelter and prepared the food for everybody. So she did a lot of service, Karanam Subbamma, and she is the moral support for Easwaramma. Whenever, like Swami, at young age, he started the Bhajan Mandali, and also like he was quoting from the scriptures and Vedas, and because this Mother Ishwarama was illiterate, so she didn't know anything. And she used to think that what if Swami is not telling the right thing? And if somebody finds out, then his reputation will, so that, like innocent mother. And then after that, she used to ask some of the scholars, is he telling the right thing? And then they used to laugh at him. So he is the source of all the knowledge. So like that, they used to give reassurance. So even later on, when Swami Adbhutananda, the devotee of Ramana Maharshi came, she asked the same question. So what Swami is telling, is he telling the right things? And then he said, no, he is. So don't worry, he's the Supreme Parabrahma. So like that, she was giving. So like this, he grew up, but then the final shock came to her when the Swami on that Avatar Declaration Day, October 20th, when he said that he threw the books and he said, my devotees are calling and I have work to do. I have work to do. So I'm leaving. And that was the shock, even though the whole world was celebrating that now we have an avatar, but she was the one person who felt intense pain. And she said that I'm losing my son. But eventually, of course, she came out of it. So that time I will just say one incident happened. When Swami went to throw the books and went to the garden, it seems for 3 days he didn't get up, he didn't eat, he didn't drink. So because it took that many days for Mother Ishwarama to come from her village, from Puttaparthi to Varavakonda, because this incident happened in Varavakonda. So she came there. And then Swami, when he saw her coming from the distance, he said, Maya is coming, Maya is coming. That even made her more shocking to her. And then when she came, she was only concerned was that he didn't eat. So she was begging him to eat. Then he said, okay, go and prepare food. So she went and prepared all the items. Swami, she used to make it for Swami. So then Swami took the plate, he mixed everything and made 3 balls. And then he gave each ball to her. And when she put it in her hand, he ate it. So all the 3 balls of food he ate. And then he said, now the Maya is gone. So now, so like that, that's how he did when he declared the Avatar Declaration Day. So for her, initially it was a shocking, but later on she understood, and then he's for the welfare, like Buddhana when he left, everybody felt that he's leaving the wife and the child, but it was for the ultimate good. So similarly, she reconciled, and then of course at the end she became an exemplary devotee. So while this, I'll make it short because it will go on for a long time. So the one time when Swami became well known and all these big people were coming, like Maharaja of Mysore and also the Sakamma, the coffee estate Sakamma, and other politicians were coming. And slowly, one day they approached Swami and said, Swami, it's so difficult to come for us from the Bangalore or Mysore, whatever place. It takes, those days it was even difficult, 2 days to reach Puttaparthi. So we are willing to construct a nice ashram for you in the city so that more devotees can approach, more accessible to come. So why don't you come and stay in that ashram? The once she heard that Mother Ishwarama, no, it was real second shock to her. So she didn't like it. So as soon as they left, she went to Swami's room that night and she was crying. And Swami said, what happened? And she said, no, if you cannot leave Puttaparthi, you have to stay here. If you leave Puttaparthi, I'm not going to leave. So she told him that. Then he said, okay, stop crying. So then he gave that's the time he gave the word that he will stay in Puttaparthi, and thanks to Easwaramma. So that's how Swami, Buddha had 4 places he spent, different places, whereas Swami did all that, his mission in the same place in Puttaparthi. So that was one incident. And then the other ones we all know about, these 3 wishes Easwaramma wanted, because in that village, they did not have any school. They had to walk to a few miles to Bukkapatnam in the hot sun to go to school. So she requested, Swami, we want a small a primary school. And then, of course, that became glorified into a big university, Satyasai University, with 3 campuses in Anantapur, the Whitefield, and also in Puttaparthi. So then Swami fulfilled her wish. And then her second wish was, because they did not have any hospitals in Puttaparthi, the same thing, they had to walk long distance to get medical help. She requested for just a dispensary. Instead of a dispensary, Swami built first a general hospital in Puttaparthi, in 1954, and then later on in Whitefield General Hospital. Then, of course, the two major, the big super specialty hospitals where, they became like temples of healing, and all this state-of-the-art medical care is provided free of charge. So that's how if that wish was fulfilled. And her third wish was to provide drinking water for the villagers in Puttaparthi. She just wanted a well in Puttaparthi, but instead of well, so the Swami's water project, it was gigantic because not only in Puttaparthi, but surrounding villages and in the whole of Andhra Pradesh and then other states also. So that's how Swami fulfilled. And here Swami said in one discourse, if you have a simple desire like that and selfless, so God will fulfill. So that was another episode in her to remember. And then uh, slowly as she transformed from, calling her son, like she always used to call Satya, Satya, but later on, she realized that he's God. And then she became a devotee. Then she started calling him Swami. So when I just heard recently, that word Swami, we use it. So, I mean, all the time, Swami, Swami, but Swami gave the real meaning. It seems he told one person, why you have to call me Swami, not Sai Baba. He said, because Swami means, he said that Swa Antaryami. So Swami means that's the meaning of Swa Antaryami. That means like real indweller. We always say Antaryami indweller. So that's the meaning of Swami. So we are good to call, how we address instead of saying Bhagavan Sri Sat Sai Baba, we say Swami, and he told that he likes that the way we call him like Swami. So then she started as a devotee, and when she continued her life. And one thing, she always had that soft corner for helping people. So even when Swami was not accessible to everybody, because some people go and sometimes he talks, sometimes he doesn't. So, but they all will go to, after seeing Swami, they go to Easwaramma and then they'll tell all her problems. And then she will go and pray to Swami, please, such and such a person came, so please relieve the pain. And then as soon as Swami sees Easwaramma coming, he used to say, okay, she is coming again with more problems. So he used to joke with her like that. But she had so much compassion, and she didn't care who it is, whoever asked for help, she would go and help. And it seems one time this family came with a sick boy and then stayed 7 days and nothing happened. So then they had to leave. They couldn't stay. So they went and told the Easwaramma, please help. We don't know what to do. Immediately she took the child in her arms and she went up to Swami's room, and she sat there and said, you have to heal this child. She said, okay, well, not okay. Right now, we have to do it. Okay. So he made him, of course, the child became well. So like that, and this is the reason why on May 6th, it's not only we call it Easwaramma Day, we also call it Bal Vikas Day, because all the SSC children, like yesterday, we had a nice program last night at the national level. We celebrated the Easwaramma Day. And a lot of SSC children participated. So this is the reason, because she had so much love and compassion for the children. And then one more incident. One day, she called her another lady by name Pedabottu. She is the one who also lived during the lifetime of Shiri Baba, and then she came and lived in Puttaparthi. And she also wrote a couple of books. There is one autobiography of her. And so that book also is there, Pedabottu. Her real name was Gali Sharada Devi. And then in the one day, so Easwaramma calls her and tells her, whispers, do you know Swami is God? She whispers. And then this lady was smiling because she wrote the book, already knew. She is the one who wrote in the book, where she wrote some poems on Swami, Sarva Devata Swarupa. And next day when she came, and there was a correction, Sarva Devata Atita Swarupa. So that means he's beyond all, names and form. So she knew that. That's why she was laughing. I said, then they said, what happened? She asked, I said, Rama, I had the vision of Ramachandra with the crown and a bow. He said, was it a dream or a real? She asked, no, it's not a dream. I was sick for 4 days with high fever. I was bedridden, and then suddenly I heard Swami's voice calling me my name because he never used to call mother. She always addressed her as Graham Ammai and the father as the Abbai, Graham Abbai and Ammai. Ammai means lady and Abbai means man. So then she heard the voice, and then the Swami said, "Look up." So when she looked up, to her amazement, she saw this Sri Ramachandra with the crown and the kodand. And then she was trying to get up because she was so weak. Meanwhile, you know how Swami plays the tricks. He transformed back into his original form and then materialized Vibhuti and then gave it to her. And then he said, "You'll be fine." So she was such a pious, I mean, a village, simple village lady. And because of this, she was the mother of Sai Ishwar, and how she became such an exemplary devotee and had the vision of Sri Rama. So that's her life. And then the last incident is, when how she left her body. So in May 1972, that's the first summer course Swami started from May 1st to May 30th. And there were about 300 students all over the country, not just the Swami students, Swami University. So this was from all over the India. And so he was conducting a summer course on spirituality. And so Ishwarama was very happy because finally she thought the Swamis, these boys, once they get all these courses and, they'll build up this good character and they'll be so good citizens. So this nation will be in safe hands. So she was all happy. So Swami comes on May 5th, 1972 in the evening, and he talks to Mother Ishwarama and asks, do you have any desires? And then Swami said, no. Ishwarama said, no, you have fulfilled all my desires. You took me to so many pilgrimage places and you have given me everything. So I'm very content. But Swami said, no, you still have one desire, he said. And then she said, oh, yeah, it's my granddaughter's birthday. I want to buy a gift for granddaughter's birthday. So Swami gave 500 rupees. So those days, 500 rupees means a lot. So she went to the city and bought some sari and a gift for the granddaughter. And then that night she slept. Then next day morning was the May 6th. And that's the day Swami gave, because all the students do the Naga Sankirtan. So he came and gave the darshan. And then he went inside to take bath. So at that minute, the Mother Ishwarama got up and then she had a cup of coffee. And then suddenly, she started calling Swami, Swami, Swami 3 times. And then Swami replied from there, Vastunna, 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 coming, coming, coming. So immediately Swami came down, and when he came down the stairs, and she breathed her last. So that's the life. So that's the reason why we celebrate May. We remember her and also pay tribute to her on this May 6th, because the last Swami said in the discourse in 1983 on Easwaramma Day, when he spoke about it, the last minute, whatever thoughts are in your mind, that determines your next life cycle. So here she called Swami. I mean, see, she is such an ideal devotee, an exemplary devotee. She called Swami, Swami, so that means she merged in Swami. So for her, we know that she got the attainment of liberation. So that's how she ended her life. Jai Sai Ram.